Hey YouTube land, just Jax here. It's time for another update. I just had my third shot over the weekend, and so I am a little over 2 weeks on testosterone. I'm not doing an update on that per se at this time. I'm gonna wait for the month out because some things I'm having a little trouble with some things, noticing them if it's because of improved Crohn's health versus the testosterone per se. So I have a GI appointment, which is my gastroenterologist for my Crohn's. Update him on everything and talk to him about some things with that, and that is this week. And then yeah, month one is coming to close pretty soon. So there have been some changes and stuff, but the biggest one is my voice. It's been a little hard to tell if it's been the weather. Spring sprang and unsprung, and it was supposed to snow the night before Easter again, and in some parts of the state it did snow. And we have a new puppy, and so I took him for a walk last night, and I had sleet hitting me in the face, and it's ridiculous. Yeah, Midwest weather is fun. So since my girlfriend is having some of the same issues with her throat and stuff, it's still hard to tell. The only thing that I can say is using the voice analyzer app, there is a difference, and it's dropped for me significantly. I'm still way in the female range. The appointment I'm about to talk about that I made, the guy on the phone was like, "You're obviously female," and I right away was like, "I'm obviously not," and he wish I could have seen his face. So yeah, there's according to the pitch analyzer, I have dropped anywhere from 12 to 25 points in the way they measure the voice. I say points. I don't know what the technical version of that would be. And I dropped a chunk the first week. So, I've had to go to sleep and use lozenges. There was one night I had to wake up several times to use a lozenge because my throat hurt so bad. Once again, don't know if that's weather or if that's the testosterone changing things. It's hard to tell with this time of year and me constantly having sinus issues. But my voice is maintaining more of a gravel if I try. If I try to drop it, it's a lot easier. But when I'm around friends and family and I'm just talking and stuff, I still can get squeaky and be right up there where I was. So, but it is changing, so that's nice. And the strength thing and stuff like that. Apparently my new strength and my new feeling better, Crohn's and testosterone wise, I apparently did too much, which I can do easily. I've been fine. I've had, a little bit of muscle soreness and issues here and there from working out per se and working so much. But there was one week, both between two jobs, I worked 5 days straight. I worked out 3 of those days straight. Took a rest day on my last day that I worked. Then my first day off from both jobs, I worked out again. And each of those days, I walked at least 10,000 steps. We got the new puppy in that time. I was walking him constantly and stuff. And I still felt good. I still felt fine. And then last week, I worked out every other day. I did have 2 rest days in a row. My body was tired, so I listened to it. And then I got up early Easter Sunday planning to go to Easter. And I got up early in case Holly was going to go. So she had plenty of time to get ready too. And around the time she was supposed to be getting up, I laid in the bed with her and the dog. And apparently I fell back asleep and she could not wake me up. She tried every 15 minutes apparently. And I'm one of those people that my alarm clock goes off. I cannot go back to sleep because I have a fear of being late. And so she said she tried and she tried and she tried. And I slept till about the time I was supposed to arrive at Easter. and my family was calling me and asking where I was, and I had to miss it. And then a couple hours later, I fell asleep again for a couple more hours. So apparently, I wore my body out. So I'm being more cautious this week. I'm skipping the gym again today. My muscles are just tired. Um, I pulled, I don't know if it's to say it's a pull or something, but I did something to my hamstring. I was doing one-legged squats on a press and I felt something. So I stopped. And I still did everything else, but I didn't do any more specific leg workout for that day. And then I let it rest. I didn't go to the gym at all the next day. And then the day after that, I am working behind the scenes on an indie flick that is filming in my hometown and at a skating rink because it's based on a night in the 90s at an all-night skate, and that's what it's called, all-night skate. So it's guys that I went to high school and stuff that are making it and building things for it. So I'm filming behind the scenes and helping when and where I can in other ways. And so we went all around Jackson, Missouri, where it's going to be filmed. That morning, I had a meeting with the mayor and this, that, and the other, and I was filming their meetings and powwows. And so I was, steadily holding this camera all day. And then that night, we went to the rink in Puxico, Missouri, where it's going to become the rink for the movie. And so then I was on my skates for 4 hours. Whether I was skating, I was skating some, but then I was skating, filming things here and there and filming as body double for shots and stuff. So the next day at work, I was limping, and it wasn't that it hurt per se. It's just that if I extend my leg all the way, then it hurts in my hammy. It pulls in my hammy more than it hurts. And then Holly said she had something similar happen to her before, where she had fluid behind her knee, and the behind the knee feels slightly larger than the other, but it's hard to say. So since I see the GI, I will talk to him about it, see if he knows anything, because I highly assume it is from my new medication that I'm having arthritis symptoms. So this could be part of that, because other treatments for my Crohn's have given me arthritis symptoms before, but my hands have been killing me in the mornings, and then my thumb has stayed constant. So it's hard for me to draw, it's hard for me to write. So it's been aggravating because it's just this thumb that stays aggravated. But my hands, like when I wake up, I can only close and open so far, which is annoying. It tends to go away and then comes back. So I just want to keep an eye on that as well. So that's the general update that I'm going to do for now. I do have a more important update that I'm going to do in another video literally right after this one. I just don't want to keep everything going too long in these, as I said before. So, a couple weeks in, no major updates. Voice changes. Feel stronger. I've had a few aggravating days where just stupid shit, pardon me, has been going wrong. Where it's just stupid things where I keep dropping stuff because my hands are just been easily annoyed and aggravated. But, that's life. Things happen. So nothing crazy. No waking up and I'm sprouted in hair. No, nothing. And I didn't expect much. The only other real significant thing is I've been taking body measurements weekly. I don't know if I'm going to continue them weekly in the coming months. I might up until 6 months, just to see how significant things have changed. And the only thing that has majorly changed is my neck size. My neck, this last time we measured it, from 1 week, grew 2 inches. My weight has stayed progressively low. I've lost or maintained the 10 plus pounds that I've lost earlier this year before I started testosterone. That was a big thing. I wanted to get started on my diet and stuff beforehand because everyone warned about the appetite. And the other thing about the appetite is unless I work out, my appetite is not huge. If not, there's been several days where I had to take a nausea pill to eat. So, but with my Crohn's being food based for me, and even though my Crohn's is getting better, this is one of those things that I did not expect. So, my appetite has been low unless I work out. If I work out, I have a small breakfast before I go work out. I have another breakfast when I get home. A few hours later, I have lunch. And a few hours later, I have a second lunch, which is fine because I want to get as much protein as I can because I do want to bulk up on muscle. And then notice more definition in my shoulders and arms a little bit. That was real easy to get versus how hard I would have to work out before. So there's that. That's it for just a few weeks in. I just wanted to give, a little bit of a quick update and say that I'm still here. I'm still doing things. I have a journal full of crazy things. Like it's got my 1 month stuff. Wrong page. There we go. I got my 1 month stuff. I keep track of my measurements, my voice, and all this stuff. So then I'm going to do a summary of the month. And like I said, I have all my doctor's appointments labeled and all this stuff. And, just writing down stuff I feel and that happens as it happens. So, yeah. I'm keeping track of everything. I'm writing stuff down. So I'll have more of a summation of the 1 month, but it's not going to be much different than this, really. So I might just give the actual numbers of things. And that's really it so far. So I appreciate you sticking around for this YouTube land, and I will see you very soon with a new, more important update. See you soon, guys.